Sean, Caesars is showing some brotherly love with a Philadelphia championship boost. Caesars has boosted the Phillies to win the World Series, which we already know that you're on, and the Eagles to win the Super Bowl. This was at plus 1520, now plus 1800. You firing on that one? I mean, might as well, right? Plus 1800.
Yeah, let's go. As long as you don't include the Sixers in any sort of championship Philly sports parlay, I am 100% in. I had a running trend going of every year I would go out to Vegas, I would place my Super Bowl bet on the Philadelphia Eagles to win. And then in 2017, I randomly didn't do it. They won the Super Bowl. So now I'm always scared about jinxing the Eagles.
Did you do it this year?
No, did not do a Super Bowl bet this year. I bet a ton. I bet a ton on the over 8.5 when that first opened. That win total was way too low. So I just went all in on the win total because I don't want to jinx the Super Bowl. So if they win the Super Bowl, you're welcome, City of Philadelphia.
Well, Sean also hilariously has a short about fandoms and how like weird they can be. Why don't you just talk about that and tell people where to find it? Because this kind of goes into that. The fact that you bet them every year and they haven't won, and the one year you didn't, they did, and then you didn't this year.
No, I did a short film called Fanland. It's just all about how, as fans, we are personally responsible for whether or not the team wins or loses. I remember responding to a message board thread after a really tough Eagles loss. They got destroyed by the Arizona Cardinals. Screw you, Chip Kelly. And the title of the thread goes, "What did you do to cause this loss?" And it was just all these different fans going, "I wore the wrong socks.
Yeah.
I didn't put my dog in the right jersey."
Yes.
So I am 100%. You got to get the juju dialed in. Silver lining playbook. I live that. I have trouble watching the movie. It's too real. So yeah, I'm all about the juju.
Where can people find that? Because it's hilarious. I've watched it like 5 times. It's on YouTube, but what's it called again?
Yeah. Just put Fanland in YouTube and you can.
Yeah, Fanland. Hilarious. All right. So let's talk about your Eagles and some future bets. They're 6-0 right now. So let's take a look at their futures. To win the NFC East, minus 400. I'm sure you locked that in already. Conference champs, plus 200. No, in our group chat, I did tell you that I locked in the Niners to win the conference at, plus 750. Super Bowl champs, plus 500. Jalen Hurts, plus 450 to win the MVP, only behind Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. What do you think about these odds? Have you already fired off on them? Is there some that you would tell people to take right now? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, laying minus 400 for the NFC East, I think is just crazy. And as much as I like Jalen Hurts and he's made a nice jump up, I still think the committee is dying to give it to Josh Allen. This is finally going to be their year where they can give it to Josh Allen.
Yeah.
The real value, I think, is in the Eagles to win the NFC. Like, they're going to get that number 1 seed. Yeah. Sorry, Katie. I think that's kind of the best value. Yeah. Or if you want to just take them to win the Super Bowl, because then if they do win the NFC, you're sitting on a nice plus money bet. I mean, right now you would expect maybe they're going to be facing the Chiefs or the Bills, where they would probably still be an underdog out there in Arizona. So I think there's some value there, even though it's been squeezed out a little bit, to take them. Because if you look at like the quarterbacks they're playing the rest of the way, it's like Sam Ellinger. Like, you could make a case that Dan Jones right now is the best quarterback they're going to be facing. And the NFC is it's very weird this year. And they're really set up to get the number 1 seed right now.
Well, the NFC is crazy. The NFC, least is the NFC feast. And then the NFC West, a bunch of them are at 500 or below. So I feel like everything is completely flip-flopped. I, of course, still believe in the 49ers. This is a team that gets healthy in the second half of the year. This is a team that's going to do better in the second half of the year. I think that the Seattle Seahawks are frauds, and we'll get into that a little bit later. I mean, there's no way that they're going to win the NFC West. And I do think there is a potential that we could have an NFC championship game between the Niners and the Philadelphia Eagles. So we'll see how that plays out. But at 750 to 1, as soon as the McCaffrey trade went in, I just thought that was a good bet. But I agree with you that at plus 200, that's the most value and the most likely that's going to happen for your Eagles.